Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to do your clay owl. This will be a demonstration of how to get it set up and what you can do with it. You're going to have some water at your table. That's going to be used a little bit later. You're going to have a clay template. You're going to have some tools for cutting and doing different things. And you'll also have a ball of clay. Okay. Some of the clays are a little bit bigger than others. If yours is a little bit too big, sometimes I just take off a little bit so you don't have too much extra clay to work with. It makes it a little bit harder. First thing you're going to do is you're just going to make it into a ball. You're going to take this part of your hand and you're going to go ahead and you're going to try to make it flat. Okay, when I do this, I'm trying to go around in a circle. Okay, I don't want to do it too much because it might stick to this blue mat. Okay. If you don't have a lot of room at your table, you might want to fold over this blue mat to help out with the room. Okay, so I flip it over there, and then I'm just going to do the same thing. Very similar to last year we did those clay hearts. We're trying to get a nice flat piece of clay. And I just keep flipping it, and it's actually going to make it nice and smooth and keep it nice and even. Oop, little air pocket right here. If you see one of those, you want to smooth them out. And keep doing that. Sometimes I just go like this a little bit, and that actually stretches it out a little bit. About the thickness of a pancake, I want you guys to go. A nice pancake, not one of those thin crepe pancakes, but just a little bit thicker, fluffier one. If you really want to be exact, you want to probably have it to the height of a pencil above that, okay? Because we want it thick, but we don't want it too thick too. So this is a good thickness here, and I'm going to check if my template fits. And it looks like it fits really nice on there. Okay. Next, I'm going to find a tool for cutting. There's many tools in here. Some are better than others. I'm going to use this one to cut around. To cut clay, I always take my wooden tool or whatever it is, and I put it in water. It makes it slippery so it can cut a little bit easier. Hold this down, and just like you're drawing, you're going to be cutting those. So you push it down, you just smooth, and it goes right around there. Really makes a difference. Okay? If it's dry, it doesn't work very well, but this is nice. If it gets out of shape, you can just push it back a little bit. Okay? And a little bit on the top right here. Okay. This one came off a little bit, so I'm going to really push that back, and I might even need to come up here. There we go. Alright, so looks like I've got a pretty good shape here, and I have a nice piece. If you're going to pick it up, be careful that you don't bend it, because that'll actually change the form of it. But I just like to pick it up and put it back down again so it's a little bit straighter. Okay. After that, you're going to take some of those scrap pieces that you have. Here, I'm going to set this off to the side a little bit. And you're going to do kind of the same thing. You're making it flat, and we're going to attach some pieces. So I'm going to attach the eyes up here. So I'm making a little bit flatter piece. And for this one, I'm going to do a circle. And actually I could do it like this. If you take this is a little bit easier. If you make a ball, this is so you can get it nice and round. Not too big, but you take it and then you flatten it out. And look at that. Just that easy part, it makes it nice and round. I almost forgot about that awesome step. Now this eye is pretty big. And and owls do have pretty big eyes. I kind of like the fact that it's just a little bit bigger. So I'm actually going to use that one. Okay? Set that over here. And I want to try to do the same size. So this ball right here, I'm going to put that right there. And I want to have them very similar. Okay? Alright, so two eyes right there. Nose, or the beak, triangle, you might have to cut out those. So I just go like that a little bit, and I try to make it into a triangle. So I get that wet here. You can make a long skinny one, and maybe cut the top off up here. And I have a nice nose right here. Okay, so as far as the wings over here, these wings could be drawn in, or you could even make a wing and stick it on the outside. It's really up to you for that part. But I'm going to show you now how to attach and then do some scratching here. Okay. To scratch and attach, I'm just going to take some of that water again. On the back, I'm just making little finger lines, just little lines on here, just to kind of open it up. And then I also attach where I'm going to put it, I open it up by doing the same thing. Okay. Just a little water, don't overwater it. And then I'm just going to hold it down. It's kind of like you're gluing. So I'm going to press it down a little bit. You might need to count to 10. Probably not too long though, because it'll stick on its own. Okay. Over here then, doing the same thing. Take your time, guys. You're going to have 2 days to do these. Make sure that you're doing a really quality job with these shapes. Okay, just don't slop it on there, and really do a nice job, because you'll like them better on. Because you might have, I've had a lot of students who put these up on their walls, and they still have them there. Okay, for many years. Okay, so just scratching and attaching. This is what you got to do to make it look nice, and so it doesn't fall apart later on. Okay, glue it down. It's like you're gluing with water. Alright. Now, so those are some parts that you can attach to it. You could do other little things too, like I said, with the wings, but you could also draw them. There's different options in here for doing like stamps. You could even take one of these straws. Maybe I want to do the eyes that way. Little beady eyes in the middle. Okay, or I could take, one of these lids. These are really nice. Stick it in a little bit. You could also add some other smaller details there. Pencils are great too for scratching into it. Take your time, like I said. You gotta do quality work while you do this. Sometimes, yeah, you need to, once you do it, you just go and you push back onto it. Okay. So you can do dots of that. There's all these cool designs that you can do. Just don't rush through it. Okay. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. I could add some more to it. This is kind of neat too. You take this on an angle, and you can actually make it look almost kind of like feathers towards the bottom here. I could do feathers like this. I could draw it in like that. Like these are the wings over here. But I really kind of like this look here as you add that feathery type of texture. You just go at an angle, and then you just push up on it. Could work for like a fish too, if you're to do a fish, like the scales. So again, you continue working on that, do quality work. We do want to have our name on it somewhere, so you might want to scratch that and be very careful when you do that. Name and then your grade, and I'm just going to write Mr. Valesky, or your class code actually. And then you would do, whatever, 2MC, 2G, 2MO, or 2H, whatever that may be. Make sure you do that, because then we can find it. Then also, later on, up here on the ears, I might do this for you guys, or you could do it on your own, depending on what I say for the day. But we're going to put some holes up there, because we're going to attach a pipe cleaner up here, so you could hang it in different places around your house. Okay. Alright guys, that's a basic demonstration of how to set up your clay owls. Good luck, and again, take the time, do quality work.